Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. It's only the weekly mail. Guys, what's up, guys? It's the main man here, Double H. Um, what's the weekly mail? The weekly mail is a very, very relaxed video where, guys, I want you guys to chill. I want you guys to feel good. It's just where I'm just friendly with you guys. Where we just talk about stuff and we just look at the week's goings on in football and look at the biggest stories, So I've got my mail here, got my laptop here. So let's get right down to it. I believe once, because there are various stories I have. We have Lewandowski, Bayern, the story I just saw here on goal.com about him changing his agent. Cristiano says that he wants 3 more Ballon d'Or awards. Is a World Cup included there? So Chelsea with the whole Batshuayi thing. But I think the first thing, I think this has really been the burning thing amongst the topics over the weekend was mainly this Chelsea situation. I mean, you're looking at that Chelsea United game. That was obviously big, based off assuming Conte and Mourinho were going to beat each other up. So I was very, very disappointed we did not see them beat each other up because I would have loved to see that. But with the game in particular, we now have a situation where, let me just pull this up right now. Premier League, because where Chelsea are now in 5th, and they I think it's bad that we even talk about top 4. Top 4 is not a trophy. I get that top 4 is difficult to enter into now in the Premier League because the Premier League right now is the hardest it's ever been. It has the best coaches, among some of the best coaches in the world, and apart from maybe like a Valverde, Allegri, and so forth, and some of the young German coaches in the Bundesliga, and the teams that are tight. Look at the flipping Champions League, and where you expect every Premier League team to make it through apart from Chelsea. So Chelsea right now, they're on 53 points. They are 2 points behind Tottenham, who are of course in 4th. Things are very, very tight. So you're United on 59, Liverpool on 57, Tottenham on 55, Chelsea on 53. I don't get it. Now, guys, please walk with me here. Why wouldn't they give City the title? Who cares about maths? Who cares? No one cares about mathematics. It's the points gap is so stupid. It's so ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense. But the point that someone made, I think it was actually Paul, and Scourge made it he used to write for Bleacher Report and so forth. He said, and he made a very good point, that if this was a regular season, because City are doing some stuff that is historic, nobody's ever seen what City are doing. If this was a regular season, United would actually be pretty damn good. So this would be like a normal Mourinho second season where they may probably be winning the league. If it was a normal season, but City are doing so crazy and they've been so amazing that it seems as if like, oh my gosh, look at how far behind you are. But no, 59 points at this stage of the season is pretty good. Maybe the team in first would be like 65, 64, something, but that's pretty good. So realistically, it should be like 6-7 points behind. Not flipping out. 14 points. What the hell? Look, Chelsea, I cannot tell you with a straight face whether Chelsea will make top 4 because, again, we just got done talking and doing Talking Tactics. Remember, the Talking Tactics episode happens every week. It comes out Tuesday. We've recorded it now. It just comes out on Tuesday. So remember, I will tweet it out. Listen to that. It's a very interesting listen. Costa. And remember, with this whole meal, I'm going to be going around everywhere because this is a whole free-form thing. But Costa. If Conte did not beef with Costa, where would Chelsea be right now? Where would they be right now? Giroud is doing nothing for you. Nothing. Giroud is a secondary striker. Is secondary. If Conte did not beef with Costa, where would these guys be right now? They'd probably be pretty damn high. So I look at that top four because if you tell me right now who gets top four, okay, City have already won it. United will get top four. Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea are going to fight for it. Don't you dare mention Arsenal. Don't you dare mention Arsenal. I cannot categorically tell you that Liverpool are going to get top four. What Liverpool are doing now is amazing. They're hitting the because again, the thing with Liverpool is that when they get it right, they get it really right. When they get it wrong, they get it bloody wrong. Where Klopp is like scratching and says like, "What?" and Woodenheisen, what the hell? Tottenham again are a team where something tells them that maybe when it comes down to the stretch, they may mess up. But again, maybe it's a different Tottenham. Maybe it's a more resolute Tottenham. We saw what they did against those boys, Juventus. And for Chelsea, they're only two. Chelsea only have two attacking players. Hazard and Willian. That's it. Morata is out of form. Giroud is Giroud. Pedro. But they also have Michy Batshuayi. No, they loaned him out to Dortmund because ... So yeah, that's the thing with that. I cannot tell you categorically who's going to get top four. It's very very difficult to say. So quick thing on the Serie A was that if you do not know, it's global warming or rather global cooling. I think Juventus was supposed to play Torino or someone like that. I think it was Torino. I just saw a little video where the referee had Atalanta. So Juventus and Atalanta, they both of their captains, they went out. Both one of their Atalanta captain, they went out and it was fully covered in snow. So that match has been postponed. And look, in case you guys do not know, so Napoli won their game. Sorry, let me just check this right now. Let me just bear with me one moment because... wow! So Napoli just won 5-0 yesterday. So as of right now, so Napoli are 4 points ahead of... If Napoli do this, man. If Napoli do this, it would be a superb achievement. I just don't think they will. I just think it's inevitable that Juventus will win. And I think Juventus have won like the last 5 or 6 ones. But if they do it, it's amazing. I also watched, and guys, shout out to Gattuso. I know I put out a video out there. Gattuso is he's doing some work with AC Milan. Montella screwed that team. Bad summer signings. So what Gattuso has done with because I heard someone say, "Oh, Gattuso is doing work," or they're 7th after spending that much money. Did Gattuso spend that money? No, he didn't spend the money. So he's undoing all the crap that Montella did. So chill out. So yeah, look, let's slide into the Bundesliga very quickly now. Well, Bundesliga. So basically, Bayern are on 60 points. So look, forget that. But so you got Dortmund with 41 points, Schalke with 40 points, Frankfurt with 39 points, Leverkusen with 38 points, Leipzig with 38 points. So second and 3 points separates 6th and 2nd. That's amazing. And guys, we're here now. Marco Reus, guys, if Marco Reus was fit, he would want. Hot take. If Marco Reus was fully fit, best player in his role, for what he does, attack-minded midfielder. Tell me, if Marco Reus was fit, tell me who's better than him at what he does, an attack-minded forward-going midfielder. Tell me. So it's just such a thing that we've never seen. Because it just tells you how fucked Germany are. I mean, Germany's talent is off the line. But look, again, you already know my whole thing with club football. I think Bayern are going to win this like for the 10th time in a row. Does anyone care? Salary cap? No. Thank you. I've been saying this for ages. How many years have I been saying this about how they should sort this out in clubs that it's getting out of hand. La Liga. So Atletico Madrid are 7 points behind Barcelona. And Atletico Madrid, I believe they beat Sevilla 5-0. Guys, Vincenzo Montella is the worst manager in the world right now. The worst manager on the planet is Vincenzo Montella. Screwed up when he managed Roma. Screwed up when he managed Fiorentina. Screwed up when he managed AC Milan. And now he's screwing up with Sevilla. Look, if United knock these guys out of it, I think this guy's going to be out of a job. He should be. Atletico Madrid are not winning La Liga. Maybe they make it exciting. With Messi, who strangely hasn't been injured in many years. I'm not saying anything. When last did Messi have a long-term injury? That's what I'm saying. I'm happy that we get to see a great player. World Cup medal, Copa America. I'm happy that we get to see an amazing player, but when was he injured? Because with Messi, Atletico Madrid are not beating Barcelona at the New Camp. Because that's the next game that they play. Because obviously, if they win that, they shook it down to 4 points. They know you're not beating Barcelona at the New Camp. You know. Well, Real Madrid there, Madrid are finally getting the act together. They're 51 points. So they're 7 points behind Atletico Madrid. That's just madness. So look, man, I'm not gonna address the biggest news of the weekend. I'm not. I refuse to. Because it's sick. So, all I'll say is that a certain individual is injured. That's all I'm going to say. And based on his injury, Pierre Real Madrid, it's a non-event. It's a non-event, bro. I mean, do you know how annoying that is? We are robbed of a classic game where ride or die. Can you come back and you give me that injury? Guys, life is sick, man. Life is sick. Very, very sick. Very sick. Very annoyed. Pissed off. But let's move on from there. Guys, you know what? As far as Wenger goes, man, because I'm tired of talking about this whole Wenger out, Wenger in, and all this kind of stuff. Arsenal Fan TV was hilarious. So look, I told you, I find Sai hilarious for Arsenal Fan TV. But if Arsenal end the season with no Europe, I mean, I'm not hearing about Arsenal can beat AC Milan in the Europa League. Look, if Arsenal end of season trophyless, out of top, Arsenal are not getting top 4. Arsenal are not getting top. So it's not happening. Like, that's what they have to do because they're taking an L on Thursday. so if Tottenham, Chelsea, and Liverpool win. I don't know like but if those guys keep winning, Arsenal are taking an L on Thursday by the same team that gave them an L on Sunday. L meaning a lubrication. So Wenger, if you end the season with no Champions League football, no trophy, how do you look someone in the eye and say, look, I beg, make una just give me one more year? How do you even have the justice to look somebody in the eye and say, look, give me one more year? Please, I beg, one more year. How? And lastly, a story that we sort of touched upon on the Hangout was which is actually interesting. Bale. So Bale might be sold by Real Madrid now. Now let me say this. Sorry. Oh, I'll get to that. Very briefly. Lewandowski, Bayern Munich. Bayern. If Bayern lose Lewandowski, they're screwed. I don't give a damn about Goretzka. Goretzka is not a Lewandowski. I repeat to myself. I don't care about the cannibal. I don't care about Harry Kane. I don't care about Gara. I don't care. The Polish nuke is the best striker in the world. He's the most talented striker in the world. Yes, I said it. I don't care. Okay, so guys, this is score football. Score football. Okay, look, I know what I'm talking about. I'm the best at this thing. Polish nuke is the best striker in the world. You don't sell that. If Real Madrid get the Polish nuke, if Real Madrid get the Polish and they take that useless, good for nothing oath called Brickim Crapzimmer. Speaking of Real Madrid, we're now hearing that Beast Mode, aka Bale, is now going to be sold this summer. Now, my thinking is that maybe this is where the dots are connecting, because we're saying that if it's getting sold, somebody's going to comment. Hazard is on everyone's list. If Chelsea lose Hazard, well, so yeah, but look, if I think it's its fitness. If Fitz Bale is one of the most effective players in the world, not best, not technically best, but one of the most effective players in the world. Beast Mode is ridiculously effective. And let me say this. If Beast Mode returns back to Tottenham are an official team. For me, Tottenham are one of the best teams in the world. Because Tottenham are now tier 2. I put them in tier 2. If Beast Mode lands in Tottenham and he's fully fit, Tottenham are tier 1. Tottenham are tier 1. Tottenham are tier 1. Tier 1. Guys, this has been the weekly meal. I'll see you next week for another nice meal. Peace.